Okay, guys, so we are loaded and rolling. We are loaded out of Bowling Green, Ohio. Today was one of those irritating getting loaded days. I dropped off last night in Michigan around 2 o'clock, a little after 2 o'clock. Got to sleep probably a little after 4 a.m. Eastern. Got a call asking me if I was interested in this load around 7 Eastern. So I hadn't been asleep that long, and I was knocked out pretty good. I was actually hoping that they wouldn't give it to us. I don't turn too much down, so I would have rolled with it because it was going to Kansas City, which would have been cool. So I was willing to take it because today's the end of the pay week, and that would have gotten me there before the end of the pay week and gotten this one on this week's pay. So laid back down, dozed back off, and I think it was about an hour later, they called and was like, yeah, they just awarded us that load. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get up, take off. Supposed to originally pick up at 9:20 a.m., which would have been great because that would have gotten me delivered by late evening, early night. So I was cool with that. Then en route to the pickup, it's they changed the pickup to 1 p.m. Like, all right, man, that kind of sucks because then you're at a time crunch to get it off before the end of the work week. And secondly, you're already been woke up from a good sleep, and now you got to try and go back to sleep after driving a little bit. So that's what I did. I got down there, went to a little shopping plaza. Man, that wind. Went to a shopping plaza right near where my pickup was, literally probably 200 feet from the entrance to the place where I pick up. Went to sleep until about noon, got up, went over there, got over there about 10 after, and from there, it was, checked in with him. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, you're out there. I'm like, okay, he'd say, we'll be with you. Okay, cool. I'm going to get this a little early. Go out there, waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And so it's after 1 o'clock now. So I've been sitting outside for about 45, 50 minutes. Go back in about 6, 7 after 1, check in with them. And he's like, oh, yeah, it'll be about 20 minutes. All right, 20 minutes. That was about 6 after 1. It is now 2:30, and I'm loaded and rolling. Those are the ones when you have things kind of like you want to try to get things done efficiently, and then again with the interrupting your sleep, things like that, and then they do that. Oh, it'll be ready in a few minutes, and then 20 minutes, and instead of at the beginning, if they would have just said, hey, it's not going to be done until about 2 o'clock. Fine, I'm cool. Like I don't care that I have to wait. I don't like not being able to settle in for how long of a wait I have. There's a difference between coming out and, knowing that you have 2 hours that you got to waste. You can grab a nap. You can, maybe do something, get involved in something paperwork-wise, or, watch a movie, whatever it may be. You can commit yourself to doing something to waste that time, as opposed to sitting there and clock watching the entire time. Like, damn, then when you get to 20 minutes, you don't want to go in and keep bothering them, keep hassling them. But at the same time, you don't want them forgetting about you, so you got to go in and keep asking. Because that's definitely happened before. You tell somebody, shift change or something, new person comes in, they don't know nothing about you, or they get tied up in the middle of something, they get extremely busy, they forgot you're sitting out there. There was even one time, I'm sitting at the end of this ramp, and there's an overhead door, an automatic overhead door, and tow motors zipping in and out of there. And there was one time early on that the door was open and I seen the guy walking by, and I made sure I hit the horn so he could look out and remind him that I was sitting out there. But obviously that didn't make the product get done any quicker. But yeah, these are the days that are a little agitating. Now that I'm rolling, you know, I mean, it's like I said, it's about an 11-hour drive. It's 2:30. It's about 1:30 Central. These guys are usually gone by 1 o'clock Central. I don't know if anybody's going to be hanging around there any later, but they usually. And here again, here's the other bad part of this run in particular, is that on the other end, if they're not there when I get there, they're going to be there at about 4 or 4:30 in the morning. So if you get sleep, you're just getting a couple, 3 hours, if at best, and then you got to wake up, go inside, unload, and then go back out, try and lay it down again. So it's just how some of these little things about the loads that can make it a good one or a bad one. I mean, altogether, it's a good one, just because 700 miles, it's taking me to Kansas City. Kansas City, we're doing really well out of right now. I'm able to keep myself at the moment in that little back and forth Michigan to Kansas City. So you're talking anywhere from 700 to 800 miles each trip, and it's usually you get there, you unload, you're going to get out the same day. So it's kind of like you're getting 700 to 800 miles every day, and that makes for a happy driver. You know what? Why not? Since I've mentioned happy drivers, you know, and running back and forth, it just makes me think about the drivers that just don't want to do that. Like, any of you guys that are not out here doing this job, not familiar with the industry or the type of people that are out here in this industry, it is absolutely amazing how many drivers do not want to work. Like, they claim they want to come out here and make money, but then they get out here and they do a few hundred miles, or if they do a 700-mile run, they're toast. They're toast for a day. Like, they don't want to stay in service and grind out, hope to get another load, and so on and so forth. And again, I'm not condoning drive unsafe. If you can't make more than 700 miles in a day safely, then by all means don't do it. But at the same time, understand that is your Achilles heel, and that is part of the reason that you're not getting all the miles and money that you think you should be getting. You know, there are so many people that just don't have the ability to or desire to drive back to back to back to back to make that money, and then still turn around and bitch and cry and moan. It's just amazing to me. That's all. I don't know, man. Like I said, I get shit, honestly, from people close to me about how much I drive, that I'm crazy for doing it. It's going to affect your health and all that, which I get. I understand. But at the same time, it's what I got to do to get to where I want to be. That's the bottom line. That's what's motivating me. It isn't the bottom dollar itself. Had somebody comment about on a side note, there's more, or success isn't measured by money only, which is true. I agree 100%. But I also say that in order to be successful or to be able to get further, if that's what your goal is, you need the money. Like, you gotta have the money. You can't build a business into anything larger than just you in a van without money. It's not gonna happen. Like, there's no way to do that. And it's just funny because certain people make those kinds of comments. I mean, let me say this. I don't know if the comment is being made just to simply, put out of opinion, or if it's made because they choose not to work in the same manner I work. You know, so it's, as I've said before, it's kind of a way at trying to chip away at what I do, to demean in some way what I do. I don't expect everybody to do this the way I do it, but if you're out here to make money, and that's your driving motivation because you need the money, whether it be to get out of debt, to pay bills, to build a business, to buy land, to buy a home, whatever it's for, then you've got to put in work. I mean, you are going, as I said in a prior video, you are going to drive tired. You are going to be uncomfortable. You are not going to be out here and be as comfortable as you are if you're sitting at home in your lazy boy watching football on a Sunday afternoon. That is not this business. Not being successful, it ain't. Like I said, if you have very minimal bills, then you can come out here and run 1 or 2 loads a week and be as content as can be, and it could be like a Sunday afternoon in the lazy boy. But if you're trying to go anywhere and that's your motivation is money, then no, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have it easy out here. I don't care if you're in a van, a box truck, a straight truck, a big truck. I don't care what you're in. Like, you've got to put the work in out here. Like, you've got to put the miles in to make the money. Like, that's just bottom line. Alright guys, so I didn't expect to do all that rant. So forgive me. I apologize. If you made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It would be greatly appreciated. Alright, so I'm out.